How's everybody doing? All right, B. I am an extrovert, which means I get my energy from other people, right? So unless you want the next 3 days to be really effing boring, I'm gonna need you guys to amp it up a little bit. How's everybody doing? Woo! Jeff, that's how you get a room going, bud. Come on, you've been doing this long enough, right? Come on. All right, guys, just breathe it in, right? Isn't breathing just easier out here for some reason? Like, I'm from Atlanta, y'all. We've been living in an easy bake oven for the last 3 months. Like this is the life, the crispness. I also love retail. It's one of my favorite industries. I love walking into a store, any store, like just to pop in, and then I leave with 3 bags, the sales associate's Instagram handle, and like 4 things that I've added to my must-try list that I will probably, in fact, not try, but you know. I fell in love with marketing because of retail. The visual merchandising, the instant feedback that you can get on foot traffic and sales, the product innovation. When it's funny how, when it's all said and done, weather is still the biggest indicator to driving customer behavior. Mulch in spring, groundbreaking, right? And yes, the store days. I loved the store days, probably because I always chose to water plants when I was doing store days at Home Depot. 1, because plants don't talk back, and 2, I can BS my way around a perennial more than I can a circuit breaker. But that's not to say that I loved every aspect of retail. There were certainly some parts that drove me crazy. Merchants, first and foremost, God love them. The SKU count, the creative versioning, how at the end of the day, sales was truly the only metric that mattered, right? I hated that marketing was always viewed as an expense, not an investment. I hated that we got one less holiday because we were all in anxiety-ridden fever dreams about Black Friday rather than enjoying the Thanksgiving that we have. But still, there is nothing quite like being a retail marketer. It's not just about selling products, it's about shaping consumer behavior. It's that rush you get when you hear a friend or a coworker tell you about how much they love your store, or how they had the best experience with X, Y, and Z. It's the smile that comes across my face every time we pass Publix and my 3-year-old goes, "The food store!" Not to be confused with Costco, which is the big food store, or when we go to Home Depot, the home store, as if those were the only stores in the whole world that sell food and home improvement. I mean, guys, brand loyalty is taught real young these days. And so in spite of the margin pressure and the race to the bottom line and the PowerPoint decks and the meetings that could have been emails, I hope that you guys remember why you fell in love with retail over the next 3 days, because that's what this is truly all about. So let's get into it. As a reminder, everything said on stage is recorded and on the record. A core element of what we do here at MediaPost, it's journalism. It's providing a platform to share the work that y'all are putting out each and every day. But as good as the content is on stage, it's off stage that I think some of the most enriching dialogue happens. At noon, we will turn off the cameras, we will move into our off-the-record roundtables, which are just deeper dives into what we've covered on stage this morning. And today, it is all about the customer. You're going to hear from Tanger Outlets about how they've adopted their media and marketing strategy to adjust to how consumers shop outlet malls, going from one-day, all-day bargain hunting trips to high-frequency, hyper-local shopping experiences. We're going to talk about visit frequency and promotion and offer timing, hearing from Allbirds and Nordstrom and Hibbett Sports about how they're testing for the right cadence of offers, measuring visit frequency, and identifying the right signs of promotional fatigue. We're going to talk about test and learn strategies, hearing from Delta Khalil and Wayfair about how they're trying to understand these unpredictable guests that we're trying to market to, building these test and learn plans to drive deeper insights. But first, we're going to talk about Gen Z. Ah, yes, the elusive Gen Z, right? The one that's on like every marketer's OGSM out there. How to connect with them, how to reach them, how to engage with them. How do we tap into this new creator economy that they've spurred into the media landscape? Okay, guys, I have a confession to make while I'm up here, okay? I am not young. I've said it. There it is. Now, well, in my head, I still think that I am 25, and on occasion, I still act like I'm 25. And when I look in the mirror, I still think I look like I'm 25. Well, maybe 30. When I see an actual 25-year-old, like in the wild, I am steadfastly and abruptly reminded that I am, in fact, 38. Now, for all of my other elder millennials out there, I will be having an emotional support group meeting at happy hour today, so come find me. We can talk about how to deal with this. But it is also with this revelation that I have realized that I'm just not cool anymore. Maybe I'm like 38 cool, but let's be real. Like, I have a side part. My socks don't show. And like, I know I am not the only person trying to figure out like what jeans to wear and when. Like, why is it so damn confusing these days? Luckily for me, we have these ambitious Gen Zers who are more than willing to call me out and share their stories on TikTok that I, of course, will find out about 2 weeks later on Instagram, right? But as a brand marketer, how do you engage with them? How do you turn them not just into loyal fans, but brand ambassadors? Shein has done just that. They have built a campus ambassador program that isn't just about brand visibility. It's about establishing, cultivating real connections, building advocacy and authenticity from this group. Please join me in welcoming our opening keynote speaker, Lisa Zlotnick, head of PR for Shein, to talk about how they are turning these students into storytellers. Welcome, Lisa.